So are you somebody who's always kind of gone out of your way to form relationships with the Hoovers out here in LA and everything since back in the day?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. And we the LA homies have been in Fort Worth.
Mm-hmm.
Hoovers have come there. They've been in our prison systems. We've never had a problem with the LA homies, and we don't have one with them to this day.
Right.
You know, because as you know, Gumby got on there and said Fort Worth. I didn't get on there and say for California.
Right.
Because that ain't the way. You know what I'm saying? And you don't let a fool set the example. You know, you know you're gonna keep your composure. You know what I'm saying? So
because all right, the unique thing about how Gumby and them are when they talk about Hoovers out of state is like, I've had a lot of people I'm friends with who are Bloods, for example.
Right.
And in New York or in Atlanta, they got 9 trays, sex, money, murder, all this other shit.
Right.
I never once heard a Blood be like, they're doing this and that is wrong by our standards. It seems like there's usually like a understanding that out of state, things are going to be different. They're going to have different style, different lingo, different gang sign, different everything. And same thing with the 60s that I know. There's people repping that down south or in Atlanta or whatever. And I never heard a 6-0 out here be like, they're crippin' wrong in Atlanta,
so
which it seems like most people don't really take issue with that because they understand it's over there, it's different.
But that's on the internet is not.
If it's not disrespectful to the nature of the hood or whatever, then usually people seem like they don't really take that much interest in it.
What happening here is this, Adam. And you got to remember, a lot of this start in Cali in the 70s, right? For us, it's the late 80s, all throughout the 90s. Information is not the same how it is now.
True.
Nobody can turn on a podcast and hear an OG or hear a person from New Hampshire, right, talk about their experience or what went on in general. So now that information is here, you got these people that may be, what year we in, 2026? Yeah. You got these kids that may be 26 years old, right? But in 2013, the internet is here, things are going on. They're being informed of what's proper and what's not proper. And based on their internet experience, they want to be able to tell people what they know about keyway and damu and these words and these phrases and things that you bring up. But you gotta go back then when there's no cell phone.
Right.
There's no communication, where information is
passed on by word
passed on, and people are being able to people are being misled. The whole setup is a misleading situation anyway.
Right.
So then you'll get people that will come out here to get the correct information and try to weaponize the truth, like hit you with the truth stick. But that don't work. If that worked, when people come in the hood with their Bible, everybody will sign up to be with Jesus. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, just because you have the truth or you have the gospel doesn't mean you can apply it by hitting somebody over.
Well, it is tempting to use the religious metaphor because, like, for instance, Christianity, we could probably list off 50 different types of Christianity that are relatively popular in this country that all have different parts of their religion that really contradict each other.
Mormons at the airport.
The Mormons and the Catholics probably got 20 things that they wouldn't be able to agree on.
Different books.
But there's nobody who's going around saying like, nah, this is the wrong version of Christianity, or maybe they do have that conversation, but they just accept, all right, that's a different style that they got over there.
It's called ethnocentric, you know, and it's street ethnocentrics, you know.
Yeah, it's a religion.
It's you got people who zealous believe in an ideal, you know, and they feel like that's the right way, you know. But then I gave this to Gumby. I gave it to him. I say, when you stand in front of a 6 and you on the top of it, it looked like a 9.
And he could not comprehend what you were trying to say.
It's the same number,
he was trying to make the example of like, if I'm looking at a 6, to you it looks like a 9, and Gumby's like, there ain't no 6s or 9s in Hoover. Like he was mad as fuck.
But I'm gonna tell you,
that was funny as.
I'll tell you what else he pointed out. He said nobody from no other city has brought that to the internet and said people is doing wrong. It's kind of ironic that a Hoover would do that to other Hoovers, man. Yeah. And then say everybody is against them, man.
Yeah.
That's kind of taboo, wouldn't you say?
No, that's called throwing rocks and hiding your hands. You know? That's what he was doing, you know. He was over there throwing rocks at us in Fort Worth and in Texas, you know, and hiding his hands.
But had you had conversations with Gumby or even known about him really before he went and did that interview with Real Tuna, as you call him?
No, we were on the phone.
Oh, okay.
Me and Gumby talked on the phone.
Yeah, we only know him because
He
of Real
recorded.
Tuna.
We only know him because of Real Tuna. No,
That's his
remember he
honest.
recorded my phone call when I checked Real Tuna about the whole CG and GC thing, and I told him, "Hey man, you faking on this internet. This is you telling you why you going over there lying to them people, telling them that it's a war over here, because that's only gonna make it a Texas and California thing.
Right.
And guess what that do to the media? It blows up.
Gives them something to talk about.
Exactly. Turns into a lot of money. So he was that type of snake. He started a whole bunch of stuff, that really wasn't even real. It's like, you tell somebody that the sky is falling and they refuse to look up.
But how do you know that Real Toon was doing this with diabolical intentions? Because a lot of times I'll interview somebody and then I'll end up interviewing their op and the op will talk shit about them. Okay. And to me, it's kind of like, it puts me in a weird position, but it is like, well,
he said it wasn't diabolical.
You don't, but you're saying that he did it intentionally.
He did this for a YouTube check to pay his rent. What you mean? Same reason women sell ass on the street.
But he could have just been doing interviews with a bunch of different reputable members. Once you've interviewed all the Hoovers in Texas, don't you think, oh shit, man, maybe we're gonna do the ones in LA?
Sitting at people's feet, man, you smelling their toes.
Yeah, he said it.
You got the good metaphors.
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah,
you sitting at people's feet. Instead of looking them in their eyes, you hear me, as a man, then you really, that's a whole feminine position, First of all, don't jump on this internet acting like damn journalists, speaking like you effeminate. I'm going to come sit at your feet. Yeah. I ain't never coming to sit at no grown-ass man's feet, you hear me? I sit at a grown man's side, you hear me? We can shake hands. We can be friends, you hear me? We can box, we can punch, we can do whatever. I ain't sitting at your feet.
That's something they read in the Bible.
Man.
But then you forgetting, man, he's a PE teacher by profession.
On his day-to-day, really?
No, I'm saying he went to school, graduated, and became a PE teacher.
He passed that. What's that fool name? I mean, no disrespect to the dead, man. What's his name? Richard Simmons.
Yeah.
That's who Real Tuna is. Richard Simmons. Okay, well, we're going to start today, class. That's that scumbag ass nigga. That's him.
I'm looking at what Real Tuna has been up to lately, and it's a lot of shout out to Cartel Bo. So we do still got a little bit of Hoover energy on here, but he's got OG Percy, who I understand that you're not a big fan of at this point, right?
You know it. I don't with him. Well, he probably ain't never coming here. You hear me?
Yeah.
He ain't never coming here.
Wait, you said some bad things about Percy, man, yourself.
Yeah. I think I call him a crackhead, yeah.
Why?
Oh.
Now, why you do that, man?
I mean, I looked at him. I was like, damn. For sure, this fool used to smoke crack. Yeah, I mean, like, you got to.
Man. Let me keep
it's not even hate. I ain't
going to salt it down. I ain't going to salt it down. I'm going to go and clean it up because, I'm from Fort Worth. I got to go back to Fort Worth.
in the building, man.
Now, look here. Percy, he got his own personal, habits. Everybody got their own habits, what I'm saying? But as far as internet personality, he does a great job at that, man.
Yeah, he's very entertaining. I watch his shit all the time,
stories,
man.
He runs good content. Percy ain't no bad person.
Why you ain't had him on the show?
Why I ain't had him on the show?
Right.
Yeah.
He's welcome to pull up, and I would have done it last time I was in Texas if we had a little bit more time.
And so do you have a relationship with Real Tuna? Because he manages Percy, too.
No, I don't think I ever spoke to Real Tuna.
Why y'all? I thought y'all was journalists. Y'all beef too, like gang members.
I mean, I would talk to him. It certainly seems like he deserves a rebuttal after this episode.
Really?
Yeah, you guys are slandering his name. Now everybody gonna think he's a K2 fiend.
No, how about a boxing match after this episode?
I think I hung up the gloves.
Yeah, because I mean, you gave media personalities a bad name. Do you think he would do better?
Real talk. I don't know. Is he a big dude? Is he? I've seen him before, but I don't know.
That man is a whole cream puff, boy.
Oh Lord.
Hey,
cream puff. Yes, I'm talking about.
I mean, when I look, I'm looking at his channel, and I am seeing that he's running content about you. Like, OG Kunta is banned from his hood.
Okay, let's
members only video. OG Kunta is a mark.
Yeah.
So he's making some money off you still.
Yeah, still. And guess what? He making some money off fake news.
Okay.
You see?
So
because I'm not a mark.
Banned from your hood? Where's that coming from?
That's him running some old content, running some shit that a little old young dude, I get into it in my neighborhood. That's the type of shit that's real and it don't deserve to be on the internet.
Okay.
So he takes some shit that don't deserve to be on the internet and try to spin a narrative on it to try to create some more shit,
Oh, wow.
But in reality, here I am right now. Ain't no hair on my head been harmed, you see. So as far as the way he ran it like I was marked out and I wasn't marked out, I chose not to strap on the helmet. You know,
him making videos like that though makes me feel like you are probably trying to see him.
Right, facts. That's why I say about the bike. So the thing is this: he managed Percy's career.
Okay.
Right.
He want Percy to be in the front. Shout out OG Percy. Shout out
to OG Percy. I made that observation that you seem like you probably smoked crack back in the day. But there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
He's old as a lot of people used to smoke crack back in the day.
No. But listen, a lot of people.
Shout out to OG Percy.
Listen. He's trying to clean it up, but a lot of people make.
I never had anything against him. I'm just calling it how I see it.
They make an observation about you about being, you know,
a cuck.
Exactly.
I mean, it is what it is. I gotta wear that.
Really?
On God. On Hoover though.
Damn. It was stupid.
But listen, Percy ain't gotta wear that. You trying to make Percy wear it, but here's the thing.
Listen, he never did it. He never did. I apologize.
Listen,
Well,
he is real tunes is at him, right? Because he don't want Kunta to be
successful
a star on the internet. So he keep Percy and Kunta at odds.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
keep seeking
so
Percy
he
on.
even went to go get Gumby, and then he came back and interviewed Percy. You see what I'm saying? So all this is not no diabolical scheme.
Okay.
This is a scam to pay his rent.
And it does seem interesting to me that he very recently did a whole interview with Gumby and everything like that. And then he's actually the reason why I knew that Gumby got arrested for aggravated stalking, because he was the first one to the internet to do a video about it. That's how I learned about it.
Your work?
Usually I'm not the one breaking the news.
You break the news. I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm saying he's getting this strategy from somewhere.
Well, listen, if somebody got arrested for something, that is fair to make a video about that, I think.
No, but I'm saying,
but
if
do
someone you work with,
do
you agree with the way he did Gumby?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's all right, you know?
See, you the OG, Adam.
I mean, I
These are
just...
your children.
Adam. Come on,
These are
Adam,
your
now.
internet kids,
Keep it
Adam.
a buck, Adam.
Oh, yeah, I'll put it like this. Brick Baby gets locked up. I don't want to be the first one to post it. But once somebody else posts it, how can I not react to it? How can I not be the one reacting to it?
He was the first one.
Because there is a chance, sometimes people get locked up for like a couple of weeks and we don't know about it. Just because nobody's out there like aggressively searching their name in the police database to try to figure out who's locked up.
We don't even know he's in jail until
Gumby,
you say something.
Right, and Gumby is a well-known internet personality, but it's not like TMZ is going to be reporting on it.
Correct.
So, you know, he was the one who broke that story.
He say, well, y'all, I got some unfortunate news.
Yeah, hey, look, he got a whole Adam 22 mask. He put his whole Adam 22 mask and said, well, as a journalist, I'm here to report news.
All right, but I'm going to reiterate something that many, many people have said to me over the years. And also, can you adjust that camera? Because I look like that shit about to fall. But is that, you know, Sean Cotton I recently did an interview with, and he's told me multiple times, Adam,
Shout out to Sean Cotton.
you get away with a lot of shit that a black man would not be able to get away with. And it does hit different because I'm looking at his content and thinking that I'm holding him to a standard. And then as soon as you guys ask me, like, would you have done that? I'm kind of like, well, shit, yeah, I guess I would have. But it does hit different when it's a black guy from the community that you're talking about, right?
Right.
Yeah.
He wrong. We out of line. Because, Adam, how many times have you been to jail?
Once.
Okay. And we see you can't fight. So did you get beat up when you was in there?
Nah.
Okay. So if you went to jail and you stayed for a substantial amount of time and you had to defend
24 hours.
You had to defend your Bootius Maximus. Would you think twice about the experience when other people go? Maybe you were like, man, let me call. Let me check on them. Before I go reporting the news, let me see what's going on because I understand the experience can be pretty rough. And I know it's kids.
But I think
know it's this.
the attitude of a media personality, a journalist, is that if it's true, we need to report on it.
Leech.
Now, if I am so empathetic to the situation that I also need to reach out to him and let him know, hey, are you okay? Do you need some money? Are your family okay? Etc. That's like a separate thing. But the obligation of a media person, I have not done that in his case.
This is his problem.
But somebody like Crip Mac, somebody like Brick Baby, yes.
Okay.
But this is your problem.
But they're a lot closer to me.
Extra, bro.
So you look
for extra.
This is your same
But he didn't get locked up. He blew his hand off.
Some money.
Oh, yeah, many times, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about your Brick Baby too? So, yeah, that's a plus.
If you enjoyed that clip, make sure you become a member for only $5 a month. It really helps support us, and it also gives you early access to all of our content. Let's go.